about 10 times a day.
Probably 20 times a day.
Honestly, I check Facebook 2 to 3 times a day.
Facebook has not really changed my relationships in a bad way, but more in a good way, just because I can talk to my friends more often and kind of see what they're up to.
It's just an easier way to communicate with my friends and stuff like that.
Facebook has changed my relationships with people because there's always a way to contact them through Facebook, and you can always find out what's going on and what people are doing.
Dating and relationships.
I mean, I don't really take them too seriously, but I know some people do, and it's like a big deal if you're in a Facebook relationship.
With relationships and stuff, I think it's kind of weird when people are like, oh my god, you guys are in a Facebook relationship.
The relationship status in Facebook is a very important step for couples, I believe.
I procrastinate a lot with it.
I'm on it constantly. I have a phone which has the internet, and I'm always checking Facebook.
I'll go home and be like, I gotta get my paper done and gotta do my homework, and here I am 2 hours later still on Facebook, typing away, like seeing what people are up to.
I feel disconnected if I don't check it at least twice a day. I feel like I'm missing out.
When I first go on Facebook, it comes up as my homepage, and just says who added pictures.
My contacts.
A picture of me, I change it often.
And who went from being single to being in a relationship.
My relationship status.
And who wrote on whose wall.
I love stalking.
A Facebook stalker is somebody who gets on Facebook at least 5 times a day.
Knowing what people I'm not even friends with did over the weekend.
I stalk my ex-boyfriends.
Creeping, like wall-to-walls, checks everybody's status updates, creeps on friends' girlfriends.
Some of them like went to high school with me, who I've seen in the hallways, and then other people I honestly have no idea who they are. Which is probably a bad thing. Why I'm like I shouldn't be friends with them, but I am anyway.
I would consider myself a Facebook stalker.
I would say that I'm a Facebook stalker.
Like if someone told me like, just could you delete your Facebook for one day, I don't think I could do it.
If I didn't have Facebook, I would be left out and an outcast.
I'm like so used to having it around now. It's just like a part of my life.
I really like it. I think it's a really good means of communication, but I also think our life is getting more like less and less personable, like sending out emails to people. No one really actually talks to each other anymore, and this is just another way of doing that.
I might be using it till I'm about 80.